Hey everyone, it's Desiree and I am here with Paper Rose and we're going to do some die cut inlay. I'm going to be honest, I took the long route to get to this. The products that I'll be using today is first this beautiful Magnolia Bloom die set. I'm going to be using the Hugs Fine Script layering die and then this awesome background stamp. And it's just simply called Text Background. But I love the words. And it started out with creativity is allowing yourself to make mistakes. Absolutely love that. That's what sold me in on that. It's a different size. It's not a 6x6. This is actually, I want to say a 4x6 size stamp. So just a little different. But I did take the long route because I wanted to try. This was the month of trying new things. And you'll see that in the second video. I had a ball. I was just having fun. And that's what this is about. I wanted to try, that double-sided adhesive sheet stuff, Everyone makes it look so easy. Nope, not me. Do not learn from what I do. So we're going to start out with our panel. So I took a piece of cardstock. We're going to make a 5x7 card. And this is cut, I think, to be like 4x6. And I intentionally did not stamp this solid. I like that grungy look where some of the text is missing in the background. I used my clear ink and I'm going to heat set them. So some areas have the text, some areas don't. And I really like that look. Very grungy, edgy. I've been saying that a lot lately too. What's great when you use a clear ink on top of a piece of cardstock, that cardstock will get darker. So you get this beautiful tone on tone look. I found a piece. Yes. I did use my sticky mat from Brutus Monroe just to hold that panel in. I'm going to go around the edge with Vintage Photo. And I am going to trim this because, again, the panel, the stamp panel, it's just not that normal size that we're used to with backgrounds. So I'm just going to trim out the edge that didn't have any wording on it. And then continue around with the Vintage Photo. I'm going to get my mats set up. I'm going to add a piece of foam behind this word panel. So I'm going to add tape to both sides. I get this tape from Uline. It's a 2-inch double-sided film tape. It lasts a long time. Now I use this to attach foam to the back of my panels when I want them raised. If I've used a lot of water, if I've done a lot of watercoloring, if I've really heat embossed it to death. So when that paper is warpy and it's bent, that's when I will pull this paper in, or if I want to make sure I just have good adhesion. This is it. It's very strong, unforgiving. The moment it touches paper, it just won't move. I'm going to set this down onto a this is like a peachy pink. It doesn't look like that on the camera. It looks very bright, but it's like a peachy pink cardstock that is cut to 4 3/4 by 6 3/4. And I'm going to get that onto my 5x7 card panel. Cut it just slightly smaller so I could have that white border going around it. I've cut the cloud of this magnolia branch 3 times from a dark brown cardstock, and we're going to get those layered up, and we'll get those set aside. No, we're not. We're going to keep that there. So this branch here was die cut using the double-sided sticky sheet. I used one from Altenew. Great stuff. And I was hoping all of the pieces were going to stay in. So I have some of the pieces off to the side. What I should have done is taken the pieces that are on the sticky sheet there up to the right hand side of the screen and put them in to that white base and done my ink blending. I wanted the outline, because that's a separate die, which is awesome. You don't have to inset it. I wanted to have that brown. So it would have saved a lot of steps. I made die cut inlay look horrible. But please give this a try. So learn from my mistakes. So I should have taken all of those pieces and again, set them in. Because that next layer, the light brown layer, I wanted that to be more raised just to add a little bit of dimension and texture. Now, the rest of these pieces, for the most part, are staying on the release paper. They're not moving until I come in with a pair of tweezers. Some of these pieces are really tiny. They did a great job with the detail of this magnolia. Now, I wanted all the buds. I didn't want to have any green here. I wanted all the buds to be on this. You could make those smaller buds green. Magnolias have beautiful, rich green leaves. So you could have done that to add that. But I just wanted these colors, this brown, this pink, and white to roll through. Once we get to the larger petals, I can go directly to that and I add my colors with the detailed blending brush that I have. Because I only wanted the color to the base of each of these, to each of these pieces. All I did was I just added another step to this. Which is fine, because that's the fun in creating, right? That's the beauty of it, to have fun. Once you have your piece colored, I'm just picking that up with my tweezers and placing that into the same section where I have my outline, and they fit beautifully. It's like a puzzle. Die cut inlay is like putting a puzzle together. I love puzzles. So this is enjoyable for me. I promise. I promise it is. This did take some time. This took about 45 minutes to complete the card from start to finish. So, I mean, it's not too bad. We're not talking hours. But again, they do take more time, but the results, I think, are beautiful. To get this dimension and that texture all at one shot. I do apologize here. Hang on, let me get something to drink. Okay. All in one shot, I think is great. It's just a different way to die cut instead of having that excuse me, one solid image and then just continually building on top of that. This is just, instead of die cut layering, you're inlaying these pieces from that. And you can see it starts moving very quickly. Even got that one little one. There was one piece that I did lose, and it's at the base of the middle one. It's actually on my hand, in my palm. I found it later. We get into our work, absolutely. And we have, that's it. That's the last piece. It's a beautiful image, and it's a nice size image. It fills. It is larger than a standard A2 size card. I do grab a little bit of yellow for the centers and mix with that brown. It just gives it a different look. This will be set on an angle on that panel that we stamped our background. And then we're going to place the sentiment in the upper left-hand corner. I do like to let the die cut go off that panel that it's sitting on. I think it just adds some interest, but you can certainly trim it from that panel so that it just stays right on that panel. Absolutely up to you. Just adding a few clear gems just underneath and in the centers of some of or all of these magnolias. The ink that I used is the Simon Says Stamp Positively ink. So this is water reactive. I'm using my sparkle pen from Spectrum Noir. So you want to make sure that you clean this off. Just brush it on a paper towel just a little bit, because I am moving these inks as I'm just flicking through. I'm making sure that there is only the pen is staying at the base where the darker area is, the shadow. And then I am going over the sentiment. So the sparkle's only towards the center of each of the flowers, and the camera just will not pick that up. So I hope you enjoyed seeing what you should not do for die cut inlay. But know that you can develop your own better way to do it. Again, we don't know until we try something new, something different. Something that we already do in a different way. And that's what I tried today. But I kept on going, and we still have a beautiful card ready to give a smile to somebody. The products that I used will be listed down below. And if you have any questions, make sure you leave those down below, and someone will get back to you as soon as we can. Hit that subscribe button, hit the thumbs up, make sure you hit the bell for notification of when the next video is live and ready for you. Enjoy the process in creating. Have fun with it, and make sure you laugh, because that's what this is all about when you're creating your art, to have a good time. But remember what's most important, guys. Always be creative, and I will talk to you in the next one. Till then.